We are going to have some lunch and discuss the real estate market and everything it entails right now. We have Chipotle. Last time we did Chick-fil-A. This time we're doing Chipotle. Chips. My name is Christina Alexa. I'm a real estate agent here in Las Vegas, Nevada.
I am Sandra Mion, and I am Christina's preferred lender here in Las Vegas, Nevada. ASMR.
I know. Cheers. Cheers to the housing market. Oh, it's fuzzy. It's
Even though some people would not say cheers to the housing market now.
Oh, we're gonna debunk the myths. Basically what's happening is there's not enough listings in the market right now in Las Vegas for home prices to go down. So if you're thinking, hey, home prices are gonna go down because of XYZ, the market's gonna crash, the bubble's gonna pop, that's not the case. We are nationwide severely in a drought for homes for sale for the amount of literal population in America right now.
Can I piggyback off of that?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're not in a situation where prices are going to go down, but all the media wants to do is push this, bad news that's getting your attention because they're getting the views off of that.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of, bad media coverage and everyone's like, oh, is there going to be a housing crash, blah, blah, blah. But no, we cannot compare the situation to 2007. Back then.
In any way. Like, truly in any way.
There is because think about it, back then, in 2007, everyone and their mom could get a mortgage. If you were breathing and had a heartbeat, you can get a mortgage. Now there's a lot more strictness in the rules of how we can lend. So not everyone's getting a mortgage. Not everyone's going to foreclose. There was a whole foreclosure crash in 2007. I was 10 years old, but I know that it's different. Like, I know that it's different. So we're definitely not in a situation where prices are going to go down. Back then, also, there was 4 million units for sale. Oh, there goes my baby burrito. There was 4 million units for sale, and now there's only 1.1 million.
And that's
nationwide. So
that's even with people. I know we do so much relocation. So that's even that's not a Vegas thing. That's people like, oh, I'm moving from California to Vegas or from Texas to Florida. Home prices across the country, we strongly believe, are not going to go down because of that.
There's no inventory, but
drought.
There's a high demand.
We're so passionate and so fired up, and we're trying to just figure out how to explain this in layman's terms. So another example is population.
Yes, the population in the United States was 301 million people. So what's happening today in the population between today, we've gained 34 million more people in the United States. Also of which now millennials, ages 26 to 34 right now, this is the biggest group of this population since the baby boomers. There are more people that are on the front doorstep to first-time homeownership than there ever was in the history of the United States. So prices are not going to come down. That's just not what's going to happen. If you're sitting there waiting for rates to drop, you're also waiting for home prices to go up in the meantime.
Yeah. Because I know you guys are on Zillow and Realtor.com and Trulia when you should be using my website, but whatever. Mm-hmm. If you guys are on the site and you're like, oh, look at the prices are dropping, price decrease, look into the price decreases. They're $5,000, $10,000. It's not like we're going from, oh my gosh, houses are, let's say a $500,000 home is all of a sudden tomorrow going to drop to $300,000. That's not going to happen. And the reason we are saying it's a good time to get in now is because so much of the population is believing, and keep in mind, it's all perspective. It really is all perspective, but we are behind the scenes, on the front ground, actually selling houses and closing mortgage loans on the daily. The reason we're saying get in now is because most of the population That Canada Dry. Most of the population is not realizing this, so we're able to negotiate that thousands of dollars that you want off your home or that ideal monthly payment. We're actually able to achieve it now because we're able to negotiate that on the deals.
Right.
Because all these other buyers are sitting down oh, this is gonna happen. When people are saying it's slow, that's not a bad thing, or it's down.
That's money in your pocket. That is money in your pocket. Oh, you don't like the 7.5% interest rate? Great. We'll offer for the seller to buy down your interest rate to 5.5%. Or there's ways we're doing that. There's ways that things are happening. And also, if you're sitting there, let's say you're waiting until next year for rates to drop. Every single percent the rate drops, you're going to have another 5 million home buyers waiting. They're waiting for the same thing you are. So there's going to be extremely more competition. right now the buying power is in your hands. Sellers are offering more things to get concessions in your pocket. So let's do the math here.
And if you're in a position where you're like, oh, I need to sell to buy, homes are selling if you price them correctly. So I have seller strategies where if the home is priced correctly and we do make that win-win offer to that buyer who, you know, wants to get that ideal payment, I know how to get the most money in your pocket if you are a seller, because a lot of times my sellers have to buy on the other end. There's literally deals to be made in every market. I do not think like people realize that we know how to do that for you. I'm going to put a text on the screen right now of a client who I have under contract, and he's literally saying in these texts that he's so glad he trusts me and that now they can go, you know, Mika and Maddie literally sent me a text. You're so smart. Exactly what you said was true, because I was like, this is the game plan. We're going to get into a house now because in 2 weeks, even
Shout out to them.
Literally, you guys are the best. In 2 weeks or even 2 months, if rates do go down, all these buyers are going to be coming in to the market and it's going to be competitive and you're not going to be able to get the house you want. And they literally trusted me in that. And I so appreciate when our clients trust our advisory and knowledge. And they're like, so thankful that they acquired their dream property before everyone else come in and took it and swooped it up. We study like housing, American economy, like family, households. Like, I want you guys to know, like, we don't just come on here and make YouTube videos and eat. Like, we're studying the market every day to service you at the highest level. So Sandra's about to make a point of how the kind of home ownership style of an American family is changing and how that is also going to affect the housing industry.
Well, yeah, it's just, you know, more people are like, let's say, you know, you're living with a roommate in college, but then both of you are going to now separate and you want your own home or you want your own living space. More families, you know, there's people that are, you know, there's boyfriends and girlfriends that are together that are like, oh, you know what, well, we're going to separate now and I'm going to get my home and you're going to get your home. There's more families being
or we're going to have a baby, so we have to have a bigger home.
Exactly.
That, when Sandra's making the point of like the millennial generation, it's because they're,
this is the
their
next
family
generation
lineup,
of homeowners.
it's changing now because most of them have finished college, and if you just think about like the typical timeline of an American family, that's what it is. It's like size up or separate, or let's go from renting to buying. All of our clients are millennial and Gen Z. Like, literally, I know we're super passionate. We're just like, literally, we know that so many people want to achieve homeownership, and we want to help you. Like, we have the resources and the knowledge, and we're studying the market and the global economy and all the mortgage hacks and this rate and that rate. I'm studying like the types, like the mindset of sellers right now, and like the market and the price per square foot. That reflects in our work once you work with us. So if you are anyone who's looking to buy now or in 2024, please fill out the form.
Now is the time to reach out.
Yeah, fill out the form. That is the first link in my bio. That is going to go directly to me, and I will personally call you in 24 hours. It's just going to ask you for your name, number, and if you're buying or selling. That's it. That's all it's going to ask you for.
Sometimes we get very passionate and we don't know how to organize our thoughts, and we don't know how to bring this information in a way where like we're showing graphs and it makes sense. So if you guys are interested in learning more about the market, I highly suggest following Barry Habib. He is like a mortgage guru. I kind of got some of these points that I listened to today on their podcast.
It's just like different minds need to like perceive the information in different ways.
Yeah, because you know Barry Habib can say it in a very statistical sophisticated way,
the
where
graphs,
I'm going to break
charts.
it down for the Gen Z and the millennials to like kind of realize what we're talking about. Because, I like to regurgitate.
Yeah, same.
In a paraphrased way.
Because, like...
Because this is what we're learning. I listen to these things every day. I'm on NBC Highway every day.
Yeah, literally.
I'm doing the research for you so that you can be like, okay, you know, I'm not going to go in this by myself. I do need someone to kind of hold me and my family's hand and kind of direct us in a way that's best for us and how we should attack this market. It's a little tricky. But in all reality, nothing is tricky when we work with us. So,
facts. Thank you so much for watching. Fill out the form in the description, and we will see you guys next time. Here's my info and Sandra's info.